I know you are under a tremendous amount of pressure in your own life. Maybe, perhaps, you have lost your job. You've lost your business. I know last night at midnight, my wife and I were talking about the kids in school and how difficult this is. I know the pressure you're under, and I don't want to add more to it. I want to let you know what's going on, and I want to make a promise to you. You are not alone in feeling that. And I have been saying for a very long time, they are going to come after anyone with an opinion that they disagree with. Ted Koppel himself told me, there should be a panel of people like me that grant you a license. Really? I've told you the minute that Donald Trump was gone, they were going to turn those cannons that have been so effective on smearing and doing everything they can to destroy Donald Trump, all on us, and I mean people in the media. Well, it has begun. It is here. Let me give you, before I tell you about the phone call that came in, let me tell you about the phone call that came in first. A couple of days ago, I started seeing tweets from the left about our BlazeTV correspondent, Elijah Schaffer. I guess they didn't like the fact that he was reporting on the Capitol riots. Even though he was against the Capitol riots, he was saying things that pissed his followers and his audience off like nobody's business, because he knows his job is to tell the truth on what's going on. The truth doesn't matter to the left. The Daily Beast, which is, the beast really is the appropriate name for these people. They wrote a smear piece. One might even say defamatory. One might say that. I might say that. Attorneys might say that. But they wrote a piece about Elijah Schaffer. Here's the headline. Daily Beast. Glenn Beck employee boasts of breaching Nancy Pelosi's office alongside revolutionaries, end quote. Okay. He was there as a journalist, and he was reporting. There's many ways to take revolutionary, a good way and a bad way. Historically, in America, we look at revolutionaries as a good thing. That's not what Elijah was referring to. He was not referring to the good kind of revolutionary. We have talked about it multiple times. Revolutions don't end well. He was reporting on what was going on, just as he has reported when he's been in the belly of the beast and risking his life with Antifa. And he has provided you in the media with much of your video because you don't have anybody there. Now, at first, my reaction was, this is what they do to independents and conservative voices. Smear, rinse, repeat. Smear, rinse, repeat. Little gnats, go away. I have dealt with this for years. But then Mr. Fang Bang himself, Eric Swalwell, goes a step further. He suggested that the FBI arrest Elijah, a reporter, for doing his job, something protected by the First Amendment. Eric Swalwell tweets, "Dear FBI, meet Elijah Schaffer." Elijah Schaffer took a picture inside of Nancy Pelosi's office. And he said, I'm inside Nancy Pelosi's office with the thousands of revolutionaries who have stormed the building. to put into perspective how quickly staff has evacuated. Here, emails are still on the screen alongside a federal alert warning members of the current revolution. This is something the New York Times should have done. Elijah deleted that because we said you should not put what was on the screen open in the public. There was nothing wrong with it, but we felt uncomfortable, and Elijah, outside of the heat of the moment, felt uncomfortable too. Not that he was in Nancy Pelosi's office. He was documenting it as a journalist. He was not cheering it on. He was saying the opposite. I encourage everyone to watch my Wednesday night show where Elijah was on, and I asked him journalistic questions. Was it Antifa? No. Neo-Nazis? No. Glenn, I've been to the neo-Nazi, protests and violent protests. I've been beat up by Antifa. I've been inside. I know their faces. This was our side. Do you think he wanted to say that? The answer is yes, he did. You know why? Because his side is the truth. That is our side, the truth. I am proud of Elijah Schaffer. You are not going to find a hint that he is sympathetic to violent rioters. What you'll see is him telling the truth. In fact, he led in the reporting to squash the rumors that Antifa was behind the siege. I said, isn't this guy the guy with Antifa? He corrected me and said, no, he's QAnon. So I didn't delete the tweet. I corrected the tweet. He was on the front line debunking his, quote, own side. Snitching censors and fascists. They alerted Facebook that one of the deplorables must be depersoned. And as of this morning, Elijah Schaffer's personal Facebook and Instagram account have been deleted. The pictures of him with his dog and his family, dangerous, gone. He has been depersoned. The left is now going after him because they know he'll tell the truth. They know his work is dangerous because he will actually go in when the rest of the media is saying, oh, no, these people are mostly peaceful. And he'll show the people who are shooting and gunning people down in the streets. He will also show the faces and identify the faces of those who were breaking glass and trying to harass and God knows what in the Capitol. He will tell the truth. You can't have an honest broker. It is predictable. But here's where I say it has begun. 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago now, I learned that CNN thinks it's worth using their precious resources now to investigate Elijah, a credentialed reporter. They have started digging around, trying to call his family and all of his past colleagues to find out who he really is. I can guarantee you they will go all the way until he was, 6? The day, he's a young guy. So what was the first day he was online? They are going to go into everything about him, and I have confidence that he is fine. If he said something when he was 12, I don't really give a flying F. I don't care. I don't care. I care who a man is today. I want you to know I will never fire Elijah Schaffer because Elijah Schaffer doesn't work for me. He works for the Blaze. I'm the founder of the Blaze. I'm not controlling the Blaze. I have nothing to do with the Blaze. But I will tell you this, the phone call I got was from Blaze Media. They're not going to fire him. They are not going to. We believe an attack on one is an attack on all. And we stand behind Elijah Schaffer. And I don't care what you try to do to him. They've already tried to ruin his reputation. They are going to come after his press credentials. They're going to come after his sponsors. They're going to come after us. They're going to come after me. They're going to come after all of us. They're coming after Mark Levin, who's also part of Blaze Media. They're coming after him. They're coming after Fox. They're coming after OAN. Let me just give you this. CNN is leading the charge to find out why Newsmax, One America News, and yes, Fox News are still being carried by AT&T and Comcast and all of the cable and satellite networks. They will fold. They will fold. The next thing, they're coming after Rush Limbaugh. Today, they're coming after Rush Limbaugh and trying to pressure Clear Channel and Premiere. This isn't their first rodeo. Quite honestly, it is Rush Limbaugh that saved AM radio. Your local radio station exists today because of Rush Limbaugh. There is freedom of speech that could be heard on a mass media because of Clear Channel, because of Premier Radio. But money doesn't talk, it screams. And I can guarantee you, they will come after our sponsors. I know it to be true because I've lived it before. But this time, it is to the death for them. They will take it to the death. They will not stop until all of us are done. This is the day I built the Blaze for. We will not comply. But I warn you, to do what we do takes enormous sums of money. Forget me, my salary. No, I'm fine. I'll work for free. To do what this network does takes enormous amounts of money. And we built this thing with a shock absorber. And that's your subscription. There's going to come a time you won't have to worry about if this is commercial free or not, because I believe there are going to be very few people that will advertise because they are going to come under such beating that their business will be destroyed. I think there are a few advertisers that will say, fine, bring it on. But I don't know. And we don't rely on them. We do rely on you. I'm asking you today, not just the Blaze. And if it's not the Blaze, you don't think I have and the Blaze doesn't have anything to offer, I'd suggest that you look at it again. But if you don't find the Blaze and Steven Crowder and Mark Levin and Elijah Schaffer, all of these voices, Ali Stuckey, if you don't find us to offer anything, that's fine. Find somebody who does offer the truth to you and is going to stand, because today is the day I have feared for at least 10 years. It is here.